G'day everyone. Basically, we're just in the midst of buying a trawler. I think we're pretty much done with ours, but I just want to throw you some tips and tricks that we've learned in the last 3 months, I guess, about trying to find one and purchase one and get surveys, etc., without breaking your bank, especially when you're not in the area. First thing I can recommend, if you have any way of seeing, like if you're down in Florida, pick all the marinas, try to narrow down what you need in a boat, what you want in a boat. Try to actually get into as many boats in that make and model that you want to see or that you want to own. Just try to get in as many as possible. Then what you want to do is try to narrow it down. Okay, this is what you can have, this is what you can't have. What kind of navigation, dinghies, davits, living arrangements, solar panels, motors, generators, all that stuff, right? So, and actually make a list. And it's funny you say that, well, I already know what I want. Well, actually you don't. Make yourself a list. Trust me, I already assumed what I wanted, but then as well, we're planning on traveling from the States down to the Caribbean and back up to Canada, vice versa, and all the way year by year. We just want to sort of throw this out there to make your life a little easier. So we're really having a hard time finding a broker that you could actually trust. For the most part, a lot of them were very good, but they had no knowledge on the boat that I was asking about. So that would take a lot of phone calls, a lot of wasted time. So try to find a local broker is a great idea. Try to also, your first question be that particular broker is, have you actually set foot in the boat? Have you seen it? Have you seen it out of the water? Have you done a sea trial on the boat yourself? That might help you a little bit as well. The next couple of questions you want to ask yourself, because some of these things might not be as important as others. If you're planning on just docking the boat, just staying on the dock, well, that's going to save you a lot. You might not be so interested in how many hours the motors has and the generators. If you're just going to be planning on using it as a floating cottage, a lot less things you might not have to think about as well. Traveling, if you're going to use the boat like we are, yeah, we want to make sure the hours are as low as possible on these things, on the diesels, and make sure the maintenance records were up to date and very well done, right? You also might have a preference choice on the motors. I did. I had it between two. I preferred either the Lehmans or Cat 3208s, but they both had to be under the 3,500 hour mark. Unless they were Lehmans, I'm going to go up to like 6,000 hours or less. Just those things are pretty much indestructible if they're maintained. Also, a couple of things with the brokers. Remember, this is your money, okay? Don't let anybody influence you, because these, like, obviously they're trying to sell the boat. If you have to drive around or fly like we did, fly around from different spots to go look at this boat, it gets really expensive, especially when you start throwing in, okay, well, this boat is okay. So one other thing that we did is before we actually went down to see the boat, we actually went down and did oil samples, or actually had oil samples done for us. So basically, the oil samples were done before we actually flew down. Saves you a whole bunch of time and effort. Yeah, they're ranging from anywhere to $200 and $400, but I think it's money well spent. It saves you on a plane ticket or a weekend away to just try to go look at that boat. If everything goes well on that point, and then you could start making arrangements to go see the boat and arrange a survey. Anyway, we just want to throw you a couple of little tips, just because this whole boat buying experience can actually be really expensive and it can add up really quickly. So anyway, hopefully this little, we're going to have a lot more content for you guys. Our journey is just about to start in the next 30 days. We'll keep you posted as we go.